Have you ever thought, why do I suck at fantasy football? Welcome. This is the Commissioner Fantasy Football Podcast.
And welcome to the Commissioner Fantasy Football Podcast with your host and Matt Vitale. Say hello.
Hello.
Hello, la la la.
Hello. La la la.
Hey, let's review 2020.
2020. I can't believe 2020 is over. It's so weird.
Yeah, the only reason I'm sad about 2020 being over is that actually fantasy football and NFL was pretty successful with a few little glitches.
Yeah.
We're pretty successful.
Yeah, you had something to do every Sunday.
Yeah, and then Tuesdays and Wednesdays and
Yeah,
Thursdays
Tuesday sometimes. Yeah.
We got
Sometimes
all
on.
the days.
Yeah, there was one on Wednesday, right?
Yeah, we
I
covered
was
all the
like, yeah,
days.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
All right.
Speaking of Saturday, we got the playoffs this weekend.
Yeah,
it's pretty exciting.
And I'm excited because this year they had the whole new, they brought up this whole new thing of 17 making the playoffs in each.
It's good.
Each conference.
More competition.
So, yeah, you get one team bye week, and you get, instead of like usually we have like 2 games on Saturday, 2 games on Sunday. Now we have three.
I know. Morning, afternoon, and evening.
It's
You have something to do all day for 2 days.
You could just not get out of bed, stay in bed.
The only downside is you can't go anywhere. Well, at least if you're in California.
Yeah, that sucks. But there's some place in Orange County, so I'm going to be looking forward to possibly going out and trying.
So, well, let me know. I'll join you.
Especially for the Packers when the Packers play next week. So let's go Pack go.
Packers, dude. Who do you think they're going to end up playing?
Well, I think Washington, or I think so. We could talk about some of the predictions. I mean, when this post, we'll probably, by the time I post this, we'll probably know.
Probably.
So, I mean, we could go over some of the games really quickly because today we're going to talk about quarterbacks, reviewing quarterbacks of 2020 and how to prepare for your drafting quarterbacks for 2021. We'll get into that, but let's go over all the games. Let's get
Saturday we have, I think the morning game is Bills and the Colts, right? And that's going to be in Buffalo, right?
In Buffalo, Colts at the Bills.
Nice and cold.
2 good teams, but it should be decent weather. So it's not going to be snowing. It's not going to be anything like that.
It's still going to be chilly.
I think the Bills are going to take it just because the Bills defense is on the rise.
Yeah, Rivers is going to choke.
Yeah, and then this is, again, they're a good team, the Colts, but the Colts need a really good quarterback. The biggest difference in this game is going to be Josh Allen. So that's an easy one.
And then afternoon game, I believe, is Rams at the Seahawks, right?
Yeah, okay. Seahawks need to really clearly win this game. The Rams do not deserve to be here. They're a mess.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Seahawks.
I don't know if their defense steps up and they can stop Wilson and Metcalf. Then
we'll see.
This might be like a 13-7 kind of game.
Yeah, and that's what it feels like. And if it's raining, I haven't checked the weather or anything, but I'll still take the Seahawks in this one. I mean, Vegas has them +3. So.
All right. And then Buccaneers at Washington.
This is the one where I'm predicting Washington is going to beat the Bucs and take out Tom Brady in the first round.
So.
I will put money on it too. So I am.
All right, how much? Let's go.
What do you mean? Between you and I?
Yeah. $10.
$10?
Yeah.
We do 25 at least.
All right, $25.
So no cover, nothing, no Vegas.
No cover, just straight up.
Straight up. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's not fair because Vegas Vegas has Tampa Bay +8, so to win by 8.
Again, but you're so confident in Washington, and what does it matter?
I know it's going to be a close game, so of course
I don't think it's going to be close at all.
Oh, it's going to be close.
Oh no, it's not.
All right, I said it right here, and I'll post it.
Okay.
When Washington wins this football game.
Okay.
If you do the Vegas, I'll take the Vegas odds.
What are the Vegas odds?
So if Washington loses by 7 or under.
Yeah, no.
See,
I just straight up win or just straight up win or lose.
But that's I'd rather put my $25 there, right, instead of against you of a win-to-win situation. So, all right, and then Sunday
that shows you guys how confident he is in his predictions.
I'm confident, but look, I still
if you're confident, then it's a free $25, isn't it?
No, it's not because I could put that $25 somewhere else and have the odds.
Double down, right? You could double down and put 50 since you know you're going to win 25 from me.
No, but I could lose 50.
Yeah.
No,
yeah. Exactly.
If you give me the confidence, Vegas, I'll take it.
No, I'll give you half the odds.
Half the odds? 4?
Yeah, +4. Yeah.
+4. I'll take that. Generous. I'll take a field goal. So Okay, $25 right here.
All right.
Set it here. All right, let's go
Dun, dun,
Washington.
dun.
All right, Sunday morning,
All right, Ravens at the Texans.
Ravens at the Texans. This is an easy one. The Ravens are going to take. So the Ravens were looking good before at the end of the season. This is an easy game. Ravens are going to take in. They're only by 3. They're going to win this game. So
Yeah,
Ravens are easy win.
I think the Titans are going to want it more though. This is going to be a close game.
This is a rematch from last year. So
Yep.
the Titans took them out last year because everybody, Baltimore Ravens, the best team ever. Look at them. Titans taking them out. Take them out. This is revenge. This is all Baltimore. They're ready. It's a go. It's a done deal. Ravens win.
Okay. All right.
Simple.
I'm just gonna start betting the opposite of what you're doing.
Go ahead. And look, Baltimore's to win by 3. So Vegas.
Okay. Wild card game number 5. Bears at the Saints.
This is an interesting one because it's a 10 spread. So they have the Saints winning by 10.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So I think the Bears are going to put up a fight. This is going to be one of those. I don't know. I think the Saints are going to take it, but the Bears might be a little tricky. So watch out.
No opinions about the game. I'm sure Saints are going to win. But
And the last one.
Browns at the Steelers.
This is a
gonna be
doozy.
good one.
Yeah. Because you don't know, like the Steelers look bad finishing the season. Browns lost to the Jets. They look good at times.
Yeah.
I'll still take the Steelers on this one.
I'm going with the Browns.
All right. So the only difference we have is you take the Bills with me. You take the Seahawks
Bills with you. Yeah. Although I
know what you're
gonna
saying
be
with
close,
that. Yeah.
yeah.
But you'll still take the Seahawks.
yeah.
You take the Bucks, but I take Washington. So that's the
Yep.
difference. You take the Titans, I take the Ravens.
Yep.
Saints,
Both
we got
take
Saints,
Saints,
and then so 2 games really.
3.
All right.
All right.
Let's talk about some quarterbacks. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of quarterbacks, I'm not going to mention them, but one of our listeners contacted me the other day.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. Okay, so one of our 3 listeners contacted me the other day, and we were talking about how they did in their fantasy league, and him and his girlfriend are both in the league together, and so I asked him who his quarterback was because we were talking about lineups, and who do you think his main quarterback was?
Did he win the league or?
No, but I think he made it to the finals or a second round of playoffs.
So I would say maybe his quarterback, I don't know, Kyler Murray or
Goff.
yeah, Goff then ours.
He had Goff. And I told him, I said, you listen to our podcast. He's
Did
like,
he play golf every week?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
he did.
Jesus.
And I said, you listen to our podcast, right? He's like, yeah. And I said, any of the weeks, did we ever say you have to start Goff this week? He's a must start. Anytime? Did anyone? You're telling me you didn't have anyone better, and it's a one man, one quarterback league. Yeah, so it's not like there's
gotta
a
be
shortage.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm going. There's got to be somebody on the waiver wire that's better.
like
than
Jalen
Goff.
Hurts was probably available before he
Correct
became
in
a
the beginning of the league and so forth.
Yeah.
So to our listeners out there, stop starting Goff, you dumbasses.
Yes, and we'll talk about that. Goff is like at the bottom of my list going into next year. He's irrelevant for fantasy. Like, do not trust. There's in a 10-12 team league, you can find quarterbacks. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm looking at the list he sent. He's not even on it.
No, he's not even a sleeper. He's a complete you stay away from Goff unless he all of a
he
sudden
might have 1 or 2 decent games where he gets like 25, maybe 30 points once in a great while.
He's only relevant like in our 2 quarterback league where you desperate for quarterbacks. I get that. Like I picked up what's his name from the backup for the Raiders, Mariota.
Yeah,
I picked him up because I traded away Wilson. I'm like, well, maybe he's going to be, something can happen off season. He looked good. So that's a 2 quarterback league. So,
if you're in the 2 quarterback league and you have to start Goff, we feel your pain, but
and so,
no reason to start him in a 1-man league. And I think it was a 10-man league that they were in. So there's unless people are hoarding like 3-4 quarterbacks on their roster.
Yeah, that sucks.
But who would do that? And then you'd have all these running backs.
Exactly. There's other players available. Bingo. All right.
Yeah.
So what I said in the beginning of the season when I started this podcast, I want to say again, never in a 1 quarterback league, never draft or pay up for a quarterback early. Please do not. And if you decide to do so,
explain to me why is the answer. Why can't I
only
okay, look, man, Lamar Jackson, he was so good last season, and in many leagues, he went in round one. So like,
Round one,
why is
two, and
that a
three,
bad idea, man?
majority.
Yeah, why is that a bad idea?
Because very simple.
Mhm.
Some quarterbacks will have these breakout years like Lamar had that 1 year, but they're not sustainable year to year. It just doesn't happen over time. The only option right now is like for me is Mahomes is a safe pick in the third, but I don't take him in the third. And you know, in our league, because we have a keeper league and I
Yep.
drafted my picks, I traded my picks to get round three. So I take him around three. Technically, I took him as my fifth, sixth pick, which
Yeah.
for me, that's fine.
Mhm.
But again, Mahomes can be the exception. Take him around three, whatever. You can do that. I'm fine. But what you're losing the value in these critical rounds of taking deep running backs, getting in depth with the wide receivers. These are the positions that are multiple positions, 2 or 3 running backs, including the flex, 2 or 3 wide receivers,
Yeah.
including the flex. These are multiple positions that get injured. So you need the best possible just depth in these positions. And so you get that depth in the first 1 through 7 rounds.
I think
And
this
after
was I think this was the first draft we did this year where I really waited for a quarterback, and I think I got Watson in round 14.
Exactly.
13 or
Everybody in our
14?
league, yeah, and everybody in our league just waited on quarterbacks, and you'll get those quarterbacks late round. And Watson, what was he disappointment? Yeah, it sucks. He lost with Fuller at the end, and he has some bad games. But literally,
Even without Fuller, he'd still give you 25, 35 points a
exactly
game.
better than Goff.
Yeah.
So look,
No, I mean they weren't winning games, but he was producing points, which is
yeah,
good for fantasy, not so good for the Texans. if you're a Texans fan. Yeah.
garbage points is great for fantasy. So look, first thing I said, and I'm gonna say it again: don't draft quarterbacks early. You can wait on them. And again, we're gonna go over a list right now, a clear list of who you can get in the later rounds. Like another thing, remember Johnny, our brother, during the draft, he left a little earlier. So not earlier, but we had like a few rounds left. He already took Josh Allen. So
Yeah.
he left me to give him some picks. You know what I did in his last pick, his pick round 16? I took Aaron Rodgers. This guy finished almost as a top 3 quarterback this year,
Yeah.
was taking a 60. This is going to happen every year. Next year, it's going to be another name that we know about, like a Matthew Stafford that I'm going to talk about, that you can draft or not even draft and pick him off waivers and win the league. Like this is, okay, I get really heated with quarterbacks. Like just stop drafting quarterbacks early. It just doesn't make any sense.
Well,
Like,
no. If you're in our league, draft quarterbacks super early.
yeah, please, in our league, yes, if you're
Yes.
listening, please.
Any league that I'm a part of, please, you have to draft all the quarterbacks.
Yeah. All right.
Get 4 or 5 of them. Yeah.
And we already talked about some of them. So, like, you know,
All
Aaron
right, well,
Rodgers.
speaking of Rodgers, let's talk about him a little more.
Look,
He set some records this year, though.
a bunch of
Did
should be
did he
probably
get MVP.
he's probably going to get the MVP. It's between he's probably going to get it. Again, he set some records. I mean, he had an amazing season. Everybody was trash talking him. I even said in the beginning of the season, he has a chip on his shoulder, and a year of experience with a new coach goes a long way, and it showed. So I was right about that, and I'm going to tap myself on the shoulder. I knew he was going to have a great season, but again, for fantasy, I didn't think it was going to be that great. That's sustainable, right?
Well, it was. So there you go.
So here's the lesson and I'll go over where I ranked Aaron Rodgers for next year. Do not draft Aaron Rodgers early. If somebody drafts him, sorry, let them draft him. I think he's going to decline next season. He's not going to have the same amazing season. It's not sustainable.
Well, not only not sustainable, but you have to understand once these game plans go, like he has a new coach, there's a new system they were running. Defenses catch on the offseason. They spend the entire offseason figuring out these offenses. Case in point, Lamar Jackson. He went from being the top quarterback to being a semi-decent quarterback.
Yeah.
Well, if you drafted him in the first, second round, you just threw away a draft pick for no reason.
So many leagues, people paid up for him, drafted him first round one, round two. It's like
people just hard to stop until he's not.
Exactly. So, all right, let's go over some of the rankings for next year that I have. These are my rankings, unless things change during the year, which will.
All right, you want to go? Let's go. So there's 12 of them. Let's go 12-1.
All right, let's go 12-1. All right.
12 so who's your number 12th pick?
Ryan Tannehill. And I was fighting with Matthew Stafford. I'm a Matthew Stafford fan, and he gets a bad rap because it's a bad team. So for me, the reason I didn't put Matthew Stafford in there, I'm watching what the Lions do in this offseason. Who they draft. Do they get better on defense? Do they get better?
What record did they end with?
That's pretty bad. I think they ended
They have a decent draft pick?
No, I mean, yeah, they're gonna have like a top 15 or something pick. Yeah, they finished 5-11. So look, I'm going to watch the Lions, what they do, because again, they're going to get a new coach. Everything's going to change in the system. So I feel I'm really happy next year of drafting Matthew Stafford at like round 16, the last round, and waiting on quarterback and just drafting him. I feel like if Kenny
See what he
Galladay's
does.
back, yeah,
Mhm.
Swift is back, this rookie running back that looked amazing towards the end of the season. I'm really excited about this team. And so that's what I'm focused on. But I'm not going to put him in the top 12 right now. So Ryan Tannehill is my guy because he's got weapons there. And Derrick Henry's going to decline. I think he's going to decline, means more passing. Ryan Tannehill is he's getting better every season. I'm just happy for him too. So
And that's the thing about running backs, though, and I think we'll talk about it on the next
Yeah.
episode, on our running back episode. But
all right.
eventually, they can't carry that momentum from season to
It's
season
hard.
to season.
It's just so much. Henry's so much miles on his legs already. And just again, he put up over 2,000 yards, rushing
Mhm.
yards. It's insane. It's
Wow.
again not sustainable. That's the thing. That's the issue I'm having. So,
I mean, he still might have another.
oh yeah, no,
Season
he'll
or
have
two.
I think he's going to have a great year, but there's going to be some decline. And any year now, it's like, oops, that's it. He's done.
All right, 11 pick. That's my drum roll.
Jalen Hurst from the Philadelphia Eagles on this one indicator or this one, whatever. I'm trying to look for that word. If Wentz is traded, if
Yeah.
Wentz is there, I'm staying away. I don't want to deal with that headache, right? I just don't
I
want
don't
to
know if
deal
they
with
want
it.
to deal with that headache as well.
And I'm hoping. So if Wentz gets traded, Jalen Hurst is a top 12 quarterback for me next year because he could have a Lamar Jackson type of season.
Why did they take him out at the end of the game? Last time we played?
There was so much drama about that. Oh my goodness.
What's the point at that point? You're not playing for anything.
The coach, they don't want again. So the difference for the Philadelphia Eagles, if they would have won the game, that meant that Washington would not go to the playoffs and the Giants would go to the playoffs. I don't think the Eagles care about that. What the Eagles really cared about, and this is again probably unspoken, is they went from picking in the 9th position to picking in the 6th position for the draft. That's what did it for them. That loss got them
Yeah, but
closer
you
to
can still
a better
lose
pick.
and keep Hurts in and let him like do some training, right? Especially if he's going to be your guy next year.
Coach came out and said he wanted to try out this quarterback. This is the bunch of drama, but whatever.
He wants to try out Wentz?
No, not Wentz. Wentz was inactive. That's another thing. Yeah. This other backup quarterback, I don't know his name, but so that was a whole thing on Twitter. Everybody was off. Like there's literally coaches came out from the Giants and were like talk trash on Doug Peterson, the coach for the Eagles. So, but look, my point of Jalen Hurst, if Wentz is gone, he could have a Lamar Jackson type of season next year. That's the potential that you get with him. So watch, he's going to go later in the rounds. I would target Jalen Hurst if Wentz is gone because again, he could have that Lamar type 2019
Now, if
season.
Wentz is gone, he's going somewhere, right? He's not.
Yeah. People are saying like a good position for him or a good place to go is the Colts. Like that's a great place to go.
Right.
Good O-line, good coaching, running back. You got good wide receivers, decent wide receivers. So we'll see. It's going to be interesting. Hopefully he goes there.
All right, number 10, drum roll.
Justin Herbert of the Los Angeles Chargers. What a surprise!
Herbert.
Amazing surprise.
Well, not really. I mean, there's.
Look,
Well,
he wasn't supposed to play our season.
I know what happened to what's his name.
But Tyrod
what's his
Taylor,
name?
the doctor broke his ribs.
Yeah. That's
Conspiracy theory. Justin
that's
Herbert
gotta-
hired that.
No, that's gotta as your NFL career is starting, right? You got this big spotlight on you. You're in LA, right? You're on the Chargers. And what is it? The first game, and you're a little nervous, and Doc's giving you something to help you with the nerves.
Well, it wasn't Tyrod Taylor's first game. He became a starter for the Chargers, but he played before with the Bills.
Correct.
He's been successful.
But I'm saying first game this season, right?
Oh, I don't know if it was
game
the
of
first game. Sorry,
I think it was the first game of the season.
Yeah, but with one of the games.
Yeah, and then the Doc just
too much pressure. Just
a bit.
But look,
I
Justin
guess the
Herbert,
Doc was under more pressure than Taylor was.
Yeah. But look, Justin Herbert got an opportunity that was, again, they were going to wait until Tyra, he maybe failed or whatever.
After the first or second week, they were still saying once Taylor's back, he'll be the starter. And then Herbert was like, not if I have something to say.
And look, he's the big takeaway from Justin Herbert, accuracy. What an accurate quarterback. That's for a rookie, that's amazing. Him and Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's the next guy on my list. But these rookies are the next.
Way to ruin the surprise, Eric.
Sorry. All right, I'm in there.
All right. So number 9, Joe Burrow.
Oh, wow. He was having an amazing season. Again, monitor the injury as well, because if he's in training camp or preseason and he's still not playing, I wouldn't draft him. I like
Yeah.
these are the types of things I'm not going to go for, right? If he's
Mhm.
having a bad, he's not even playing or practicing, stay away from these quarterbacks. Like you don't want to mess with it. Again, he'll have a couple of games, maybe he'll start, and if he picks it up, you could pick him off waivers. So watch in the
Right.
off season. So
All
that's
right,
a pretty
number eight.
Russell.
Wilson.
Why I have him low because they let him cook, and then everybody was saying let Russell Wilson cook, and he was amazing. And then
I
Chris
had a
Carson
great first
comes back.
half. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Carson comes back, and they go back to the running game, low scoring, not
Mhm.
fun to watch at all. They're
Yeah.
winning, so that's good, but
Could have been winning more.
exactly. So
There's a few
that's
games
why I
they
have
could
Russell
won.
Wilson number 8. So
Okay. All right. Number 7.
my Aaron Rodgers, number
Aaron
7. Look, I
Rodgers.
told you before, he's gonna have a decline. He's not gonna have the same type of season. If he does, but I'm not gonna. But the whole thing where I'm saying this is he could have the potential, but don't draft him too early. Just because he had an amazing season, don't draft him in the 4th, 5th round. Don't do it.
Quarterbacks are not running backs.
Exactly. So again, I think if Aaron Rodgers, everything stays healthy, he's still there. I think.
It also depends on their matchups next year, right?
Yeah, you also want to, again, you always want to look for that schedule. So.
All right. So number 6.
Deshaun Watson.
Oh,
He's
I had
having
him all
some
season.
off-season issues with this team.
Oh, yeah.
You hear about it. Hmm.
Oh, I mean, how can he not though?
So they told him that they were going to involve him in like the coaching selection, but they went ahead and they did not involve him. So there's like a back and forth. We don't know exactly what's going on, but he might demand a trade. So if he gets traded, I mean, I might rank him lower or whatever. So just kind of watch. But look, for fantasy football, Deshaun Watson is a great value, and he might drop in your drafts. He's a guy to draft in like 7th, 8th, 9th round. He's
Or
still,
around 14 if you can.
if he goes
I did.
further, great quarterback. I picked him off waivers in one league.
Nice. There you go.
Right.
All right. And in number 5, we have
Mr. Kyler Murray.
Kyler
he's-
Murray.
See, this is the guy I'm not going to draft because he's going to go way too early. Like, everybody's going to draft this guy because he got injured.
Mr. Cartoon.
Yeah, Mr. Cartoon. Look, I'm not drafting him because he's going to be drafted way too early. But if he falls to 7th round, I'll take him there.
Yeah.
That's good.
6th or 7th.
Yeah. So again, this guy runs the ball. He's got weapons, so he's going to have another good season as long as he's healthy.
Okay. And in number 4.
My
speaking of
Dak
other-
Prescott. I love Dak Prescott.
Whoa,
He's-
whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, I'm going to stop you there.
Go ahead.
That's not who number 4 is.
Oh, sorry, Lamar Jackson. I apologize. I went too early. I forgot about Lamar. Lamar Jackson. Look, at the end of the season, you could tell Lamar Jackson started to climb back up and to be the guy who he was. And I'm expecting a big game from him this weekend. Again, I feel like he's going to get better. He still runs the ball, and I think he's still the best running quarterback. His elusiveness is amazing. So I think he's going to be dropped in drafts because he's not going to be drafted like he was drafted this year.
Yep.
So he might be a value, like in round 6, 7. Oh,
Mhm.
value. Pick him up there. So he's at number 4 for me.
All right. And number 3, you kind of gave it away.
Yeah,
but let's
Dak
do it.
Prescott. The only thing with Dak
Mr.
Prescott,
Prescott.
he still had like more passing yards than a bunch of other quarterbacks.
Yeah. And his
Not
what?
even playing
5,
half a
6
season.
weeks.
Yeah, but it's crazy. So this is why I have him top 3. He might be even top 1 quarterback.
Well,
next
it
season.
also really depends on how his injury recovery goes, right?
Exactly. So that's
That,
one thing you want to
that foot-
monitor.
If that foot is something, I mean, if he pulls an Alex Smith on us and does whatever it takes to get back, then yeah,
There's risk, right? He might come back and he might not be the same. So there's
Correct.
risk here. So again, he probably will fall in
I mean,
drafts.
look at Wentz before he got injured.
I'm hoping
came
that
back.
doesn't happen.
All right, and at number 2,
Josh Allen. And the
Mr.
reason-
Allen.
And the reason is Stephon Diggs, John
Mhm.
Brown, Beasley, and the lack of the running game. He got better at passing, right? That's the biggest takeaway from Josh
I
Allen.
think he leads his team in rushing yards.
And yeah, he led in rushing yards. So, and he didn't rush as much as he rushed the year before. So
Correct.
there's potential with him with coming back and rushing more.
Unless
I
they
love
decide
it.
to actually use the running game next season, which I think they should. But
Yeah. So he would be my second choice in quarterback. And of course, we know who number 1 is.
oh, who's number 1? Wait a minute.
Patrick Mahomes.
Mr. Mahomes.
I look, People are going to take him in the third round, like even probably second, third round. I'll take him sixth. And again, I hate taking quarterback. I'd rather wait. Like most leagues, I'm not going to end up with Mahomes. I get it because I wait in quarterbacks, but there's always somebody that's going to take him early, which sucks. But again, he's the top quarterback to take.
They're leaving a good wide receiver, or running back for you to pick up. So,
yep, exactly.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Anything else on quarterbacks?
Finish on some sleepers. So these are the quarterbacks that if you wait and all these 12 are gone, Matthew Stafford, Daniel Jones, Ben Roethlisberger, he should be back. Yep. Even Kirk Cousins, I think with Justin Jefferson and Kirk Cousins, that 1 year established already. And then the new tight end, Irv Smith. I think he's gonna be a tight end we're gonna talk about.
Yeah.
Tom Brady and Baker Mayfield. I think these are the guys you can take late.
Yeah, Brady's probably gonna be. I mean, Brady's got to be better next year than he was this year. He was pretty good this year.
Yeah, and if everybody's healthy and if everybody's back, and
as long as he's healthy,
yeah. So,
I think I'd take Brady in round 14 versus taking Mahomes in round 3.
Exactly, and this is where these types of quarterbacks look. They won't get drafted. Matthew Stafford's not going to get drafted. That's a miracle to me. So that's what I'll be doing next
round
year.
16, right?
Yeah, he might. Yeah. But these are the quarterbacks you could look to again: Matthew Stafford, Daniel Jones, Ben Roethlisberger, Kirk Cousins, Tom Brady, Baker Mayfield, and the rookies. So watch out for the rookie draft. There's rookies coming in, Lawrence and a few other guys, Fields. So, all right, that's it. If you guys have any questions, hopefully this helps for next year. Take care.
Dude, you better not be sleeping after that podcast. That was an amazing message. Thank you for listening, and please subscribe to the YouTube channel, The Commissioner. Also subscribe on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Any comments, questions, concerns, send them to the Instagram page, The Commissioner, your fantasy football guide.